It is Supernanny Saturday, and we are back with the Schumacher family by request. So grab your beverage and let's dive in.
We're gonna start out with this, guys. You want 2, Jessica? Is this enough bacon, guys? 8 pieces enough? Do you want anything on it, Dylan? Any pepper? Potatoes, Lex?
There are parents who will cook one meal. Kids have to eat it. There are parents who will give their kids a couple of choices, and that's fine. This family, every day, get to order what they want.
Let's be honest, feeding children sucks. It is my least favorite part of parenting because when our children are young, we go to the pediatrician and then they measure how tall is your child, how heavy are they, and then they whip out that page with the curve and they compare your child on a percentile, how well they are compared to their peers. You feel like it's a grade for you as the caregiver. And then you go back to the next appointment and, oh, they're getting a little bit lower in their percentile. What's going on at home? And you transform from the parent who was saying, oh, I'm going to have a rainbow of food. My kid is going to have superfoods. I'm going to make everything from home. You know what I'm talking about. You become that, you go from that parent to the parent who has a spoonful of mac and cheese and you are just chasing your kid around and you're like, just eat the dang food. You need to get calories in. I don't even care what you eat anymore. I feel you.
I think you guys would think you're in a restaurant. I mean, gourmet all the time.
Okay, whatever.
Do you get much time to sit around as a family around the table, or is it kind of...
We just wait on them hand and foot. I mean, I feel like me and my wife are their servants. You want potatoes, son?
I am not a nutritionist. I am not an expert in that area. There are plenty of people out there with so many ideas on what you can do, like have a plate full of food where at least there's one food on there that they'll eat, or offer 2 good choices. There's lots of things out there that you can try. But what I can say as an educator is nutrition can quickly become a behavioral issue. I want you to think of yourself in the morning. When you wake up in the morning, do you say to yourself, no, I'm not gonna brush my teeth today. Should I brush my teeth today? No, you just brush your teeth. The same thing goes for children. I have sat in parent-teacher conferences where the parents are flabbergasted that their child stays in their seat. And this is why. This is a kid at school for their first time when they're like in kindergarten or preschool and they're starting to adjust to school. They look around, they go, everyone's eating. Oh, I guess I'm eating. We raise our hand. We raise our hand when we have a question. We're sitting. Everyone's sitting. And then the next day is the same. And then the next day is the same. And the teacher, if they're an effective teacher, maintains routine and consistency. You can develop the same thing at home. I have done it with my own kids. It takes time, but whatever plan you decide to do, whether you're one extreme where you're like, this is our meal, this is what we eat. If you don't eat it, you go to bed hungry, or you're the other end where you're offering them a choice. If you stick with it, you're gonna get a lot of blowback right away. If they're younger, there's gonna be tantrums. You can provide empathy through it. I know this is hard. I used to let you choose what you wanted to eat, and now this is our food, and I get it. This is hard. You don't have to be mean during it. You could still provide empathy and maintain a boundary. But once you've done it enough, it just becomes a part of the day.
Parents should monitor their kids' usage, check the age limit, and really be aware of the sites that their kids are using.
Things can happen to you, honey. You tell them you live in Las Vegas, they can wire down, you're on the computer. You can walk home one day because mom or dad can't pick you up and you can be picked up. It happens day in and day out in this town.
You can say all of these things, but the kid doesn't get it. Why don't they get it? Because their brain literally doesn't understand it. Their frontal lobe, which is used for consequences, part of it, and understanding the ramifications of our decisions, how heavy and dangerous they are. No matter how many times we tell our children it's dangerous, They don't get it, and they can't get it.
When we pulled up the stuff, there were older boys on that website. There was obscene language. There was phrases and sentences that were scary. And she's an 11-year-old girl chatting with much older boys.
What, I mean, is this just a saying?
Yes.
Well, how do I know? I mean, this is serious stuff. This goes to the next level.
Scroll down and view their friends list.
When the entire family sits around the computer and they were all staring at the computer while the little girl who's 11 is showing what she's doing, it felt icky because it made, I would imagine, that it made her feel like she was bad. Kids are curious. And curiosity, when things are available, that's what they do. It's our jobs as caregivers to set up the environment so that the curiosity can only go so far. You approach your child and you say, hey, these things that you're doing are inappropriate or unsafe. I can definitely explain to you why. I'd be happy to explain to you why, but it's okay if you don't quite understand it. It's my job to keep you safe. And that's what I'm gonna do. We can work together, or I can do it on my own. I would love your input. Share for me what you're getting out of this. What are you looking for? We talk about on this channel a lot, diving deeper. Now that you understand that you were seeking attention, what can I do to help you through that? What can we do as a family so that you feel beautiful or smart or like you have friends? What can I do to support you so that you're not seeking that from here?
Because we're poor.
Is it not poor,
Yeah, we are.
Jessica?
We live in a dump.
Oh, you think this house is a dump?
Well,
You know what I
we
need
don't
to
have
do?
anything.
I need to drive you down to
I am
a
not
part.
going to a ghetto part of town.
Okay, well, I can show you what a dump looks like. This is not a dump.
Okay, whatever.
Behavior from mom is feeding the sassiness from the daughter. So what happens is the daughter says, well, we don't have anything. And then the mother goes, well, there are plenty of people who don't have things. Like, I'll drive. I don't need to. Boop, 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 boop. They're feeding each other. Instead, what you can do is your child says, I feel like we don't have anything. And, all my friends, really, you just parrot it back in a kind way, not in a rude way. You're upset because your friends got to go here for spring break, or they got to shop at whatever and get some new thing that you want. You wish you had that. Then your child, more than likely, will not become sassy because you're not squashing their feelings. Teenagers especially, they just want to feel heard and understood. And when we tell them that their feelings aren't good enough, like they shouldn't be sad about this, or they shouldn't be mad about this, or this isn't a big deal, they're just going to make it bigger because they want you to hear them. And then you keep that little thought in your head of, my child's being a little bit ungrateful for what they have. And you don't have to address that in that moment. Maybe later on in the week or that month, you weave in some little things that show them how much they have. So maybe you go hand out jackets to the homeless, and you don't make it a chore, because teenagers hate this stuff. They hate when you're like, I'm going to teach you a lesson. I'm going to show you why you should be appreciative. They don't like it. You could just go, you know what I noticed the other day when we were driving? That lady, she's always there on the corner, and it's been getting cold outside. Do you mind coming with me to the store and getting a jacket? I just want to go drop that off for her. Role modeling that behavior without making it a lesson, a direct lesson, is so beneficial.
What are you thinking? You've set no limitations. These are the times that you can use the phone. Your kids need boundaries, they need rules, limitations, they need praise, they need to find what's within themselves that you guys are going to bring out.
Jo Frost has her parent meeting. She goes hard in on those parents. She confronts them with the fact that your kids are acting this way because of how you run your house. Hard pill to swallow, but the parents are so cute. They like hold hands, and then they're in it to win it. They're saying to Jo Frost, yes, let's do it. And something I wanted to note is that Supernanny asks Dad, why doesn't the older child do chores at all? And he responds with, well, I ask her to do the bathroom and then she says later and she just doesn't do it. What you can do in this situation is you look at the older child and you say, we're going to create a schedule to help motivate us so that we can accomplish the things that we don't want to do, so we can get to the things we do want to do. And so you move chore time before something that's desirable, whatever that is for the kid. For her, maybe it's talking to her friends on the phone, going on the computer, going outside and riding bikes, going to a friend's house, whatever it may be, it's going to happen after. Then when your child says, oh, I want to go blah, 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 you go, okay, great. You go finish up the bathroom because that's on our list today. Child's gonna go, oh, I'm gonna be late. I don't wanna, they have all the pushback and you go, hey, I get it. You don't wanna clean the bathroom. I don't wanna do things all the time either, but I'm not gonna hear you complain right now because I'm doing the things that I need to do. You complaining only makes this take longer.
Dylan is strong-willed.
What does that say?
And he gets angry very, very quickly.
We'll walk right
So I wanted to take him to a martial arts session and let him knock out all of that steam by putting him into a focused sport.
A+. There's so much I like about this episode. When, let's say we're at home and he's not at martial arts, is coaching him through, what do I need right now? You say to your child, I notice that you keep poking me or poking your sister and your body's rolling around a lot and you're moving a lot. Do you need to let out some energy? Okay, what can we do with that energy? And then providing ways to channel it in the moment, even when you're not at martial arts, is really helpful to the child. Because simply telling someone to not do something that they're feeling is bottling up that energy. They're ready to explode. And it's a lot harder to tell someone to stop than to give them an outlet to provide what they want.
Schumachers have done well, which means my work is done.
We'll never forget you.
I'm sad because it's empty.
Let's check out how this family is doing now. It looks like Teri and Brian ended up getting divorced, but both parents are still involved in their children and grandchildren's lives. We have some grandchildren. Jessica got married and she has 4 children. Woo! That is a lot to discipline. 2015, 2017, 2020, and 2021. Woo! Cheering you on, Jessica. And Alexi has a kid of her own after she got married, a baby boy. Family is growing. Grandchildren are going. Here's Teri's Instagram. This is mom's Instagram. We have some grandbaby pictures. Look at how stinking cute. Jessica's Instagram. Oh, looks like she's ready for Christmas. She's one of the ones that decorate early, or it's an old photo. I don't know. I'm not going to click on everything. Where are the kiddos? There are the kiddos. Okay, let's look at Lexi's Instagram. Not available. Okay, so maybe I'd imagine that some of these people, they get contacted and then they just want privacy. So I understand. And then we have Dylan. So grown up, clearly into that adrenaline rush as he was when he was younger. Oh, look at the update photo, guys. It looks like they have embraced their time on Supernanny. Not every family has. I've heard that some really are upset with how they were aired. We know it's an edited show, so it's nice to see that they seem to be happy about their time on the show. That was a ton of fun. Thank you for joining me. If you have any other family requests, let me know and I will add them to the wheel. We also hit 500 subscribers, so we will be having that live stream. Keep an eye out. I'm going to post a poll with different dates and times, so I'll see what most of you are interested in. If you want to join on the live stream, I'm going to do it whether there's 1 person watching, no people watching, or 10 people watching. However many there are, we will do that together. There will be more information to come, and I will see you guys next week.